This video is going to start an argument, but today I'm going to be ranking the Boys of Tommen characters as someone who grew up playing rugby in Ireland. First off, we've got Ollie Lynch. Ollie Lynch is going as a great character. He is absolutely adorable. I love his relationship with John Sr. The fact that he wants to be a barrister whenever he grows up. I love Ollie. He is so cute. Next up, we've got Feely, and for Feely, I'm going to put him into I Like You. I like Feely as a character, but we don't have enough of him yet. I'm looking forward to his story with Katie. I think that's going to be incredible. I want to know more about him. I felt so bad for him on his birthday whenever his dad was like, you can't be vegetarian, you can't be vegan, was trying to serve him meat on his birthday when he was so young and releasing 10. But I also love how much he supports you, and I like Feely, but we need more of him. We absolutely need more of him. Next, we're going to go Paul. Paul, unfortunately, we're still going to stick you an asshole. He had the redemption arc at the end of Redeeming 6. I'll give him that. I love that he got Shane Holland off the streets. Not enough to redeem him fully in my eyes. Just no. Cormac, asshole as well. We're going asshole for Cormac. The whole thing with Johnny and Bella at the start, he's just a dickhead. I loved it whenever Johnny just pulled him and beat the shit out of him. I'm not gonna lie. So he is definitely going in the asshole. Podge, you're gonna go I Like You because I love that he was there for Aoife, especially whenever Joey wasn't around for Aoife throughout a lot of the books. Podge, he is a stand-up guy. We're gonna stick Podge and I Like You. Ronan, asshole again. The way that he treated Shannon, all of that, dickhead. Love Tig just pulling him. And then, he's a dickhead. I love Johnny pulling him. He's this wee spineless card, but thinks he's so much more than he is. I'm glad he got his comeuppance multiple times, but he's a dick, and I don't like him. Shawnee Boo. Okay, Shawnee Boo, he is going in the iconic. I love Shawnee. My Auntie is genuinely going to stick with me forever. My Auntie is the cutest thing in the world. Sean, you're going into iconic. Shannon, I'm gonna go great. I love Shannon as a character. I think she's so resilient, she's so strong, she's just brilliant. I love the whole arc whenever she ends up becoming the woman that she should have been the whole time whenever she gets to go to the Kavanaghs, and how much more confident she is. How dare I go iconic? You know what? I'm actually going to move Sean down to great. I love Sean, but Sean is going down to great. I do love Sean, but I can't put him into iconic as much as he's so adorable. Sean is staying in great, but Shannon, I absolutely love her. But there's just a few that I have as favourites just slightly above her. I'm sorry. I know that a lot of people are going to want her in iconic because I love Shannon as well. I think she could be iconic, but that's reserved for me. There's a top 3 that are going in iconic, and I think I have them in my head already. Shane Holland, he honestly is he's on the edge of special place reserved for you. The way that he could go special place reserved for you, you know, because the way that he is going special place reserved. He's going to go at the bottom of that because he's not the level of 2 of the people that I'm thinking. But the way that he tried to manipulate Joey and keep him in that life, the way that he treated Aoife and the way that he spoke to Aoife, you know what, we're keeping special place reserved for you, where Shane's going in there. Tig, okay. Tig honestly could be up there for iconic as well. The banter that he has, the way that he just comes to try and defend everyone, the way he stands up to Teddy, that in its action was iconic. So he could honestly be up there, but we're gonna go for great for now because I love him and he's just so strong, especially at the age that he is. Teddy Lynch there is one of the first for special place reserved for you. Horrendous man. Like, I didn't think I could hate someone as much as I did until I met Teddy in this book. As a character, I don't think I've ever hated someone more in a book than I hated Teddy until another person is coming later. Tony, I'm gonna go meh. I hate the affairs. I hate all of that and the way that he treats Trish and the fact that Trish keeps accepting it. I hate that. So he could be on the verge of asshole. But for some of the parents, he's not some of the worst of the parents. Obviously, Teddy is significantly worse than that. I think some of the ways that he does try to look out for Aoife, and he always tries to care for Aoife and put her first, I like that. So I'm going to put him meh, but he would very easily could have gone an asshole because of the affairs. Very, very easily. Adele, we're going to go great. Adele, oh, not iconic, we're going to go great because Adele, as much as I don't like that she was so absent in Johnny's life the whole way through, what I'm kind of basing this on is Adele from when Binding 13 takes place and she starts becoming back into Johnny's life. I'm not taking this from before that, because before that I think she was far too absent in Johnny's life and she should have been in Johnny's life much more. For now, we're going to stick her in great because the way that she treats the Lynches, the respect that she shows all of them, the fact that she's so around for them. But I just wish that she was that for Johnny growing up too. But I have to say, the way that she supports all of the Lynches, I like her a lot. Our first iconic and the top of iconic, this man, I love him. Gibsie is by far my favourite character, potentially in any book series ever, because I resonate so much with him. I've literally played the same position in rugby as him. How funny he is, but learning about his backstory and how heartbreaking that was, but the strength that he has to come through all of that. Gibsie is my number one. I love this man, and he will. I have a tattoo. I have Gibsie, his jersey number tattooed on me. If he wasn't top of my list, it would be a sin. Gibsie is number one and always will be for me. Hughie has really gone up in my estimations since reading Releasing 10. He is a little bit boring in the other books, but that's also partially because we don't get enough of him. Taming 7 and Releasing 10, he really came into his own. I'm going to put him in great because I love how he comes to defend Lizzie. I love how he comes to defend Claire, especially with all of the Mark Allen situations, how strong he is with that. Just how much of a gentleman he is with Lizzie, and how patient and kind and caring that he is. I thought he was a wee bit boring in the other books, but Releasing 10 in particular brought him up, and I did like it as well, the way he comes to defend people, so he's up there. Jerry Rice, no, he's not special but he's an asshole. How sexist that he speaks to Aoife, and how patronising and everything that he is. Asshole. Not much more to say, he's just a dickhead. We've got another icon. Joey Lynch is iconic. There is things that I disagree with Joey. I hate how some of the ways that he treats Aoife, but he knows in himself, like he literally says, like he knows that he's bad for it, and Aoife is the one who sticks by him. The way that he has taken the responsibility of everything. He was the parent. Him and Shannon were both the parents growing up with that Lynch family. He took care of everyone. The respect that he commands, how he always protects everyone. It's just, there's something so iconic about him. I just love this man. And to be fair, the charisma that man has in that relationship with Aoife, he's going iconic for me. John Senior, we're going in great. John Senior we're going in great. Again, bit too absent. We're working from when Binding 13 takes place onwards. Too absent in Johnny's life, but the way that he helped Joey get out of the whole situation, the way that he has come into the school and made a dick out of Toomey, how support Luke was there, and he was Johnny's idol growing up, and the whole thing with Ollie as well about wanting to be a barrister just like John. Yes, absolutely. Johnny could actually go into iconic. He wasn't originally going to go. No, we're going to go great with Johnny. If we're talking purely Binding 13 and keeping 13, Johnny would go into iconic. I think the way that he treats Shannon, and especially after Binding 13 when he meets Shannon, and it's not just rugby, I think that so many people could learn from Johnny, and he is such a good role model for young men, especially about how to go for your goals, but also love and care for everyone that's in your life. The problem for me is in some of the other books, Johnny, he's a very flat character in a lot of the books. Like, yes, he commands the respect, he does all this, but there's not you don't see the depth of him in the other books. He's a great character, but for me, he is just going to go into great. He is not going to go into iconic. Katie, we're going to go I Like You. Again, don't really have enough on her. I want them to see more, so whenever Patrick and Katie's book comes out, this very easily could change. But I'm going to go I Like You. I like that she was there for Hughie whenever Lizzie was away getting treated. Again, I still think for me it's Hughie and Lizzie are, like, they will end up together. So in terms of the relationship, I don't think that is what is going to work out. Obviously, it's going to be Patrick and Katie anyway. But I love that she was there for Hughie, and I think they both needed that at that time. So I'm going to keep her and I Like You. Kev Mulloy, we're gonna put him an asshole because of the way that he exposed the whole pregnancy. Just all of that, I think, he was a complete dick. The sexist way that he speaks to Aoife, the derogatory way that he speaks about, yeah, you know what, asshole, absolutely, Kev. I know we had a little bit of a redemption again with Aoife and helping her with the leaving search, just not enough. Lizzie. My God, Lizzie is so complicated. She is a great character, and the amount that she had to go through was horrendous. I hate the way that she treats Gibsie, but I also completely understand it. Whilst I don't think it's necessarily excused, I think the way that she treats Gibsie is so hard to understand. Like, you can understand exactly why she hates the world, and a lot of the time she's not really in control. She's in those manic episodes. We're gonna go with great because just the strength that she has to get through everything that she did, I have so much respect for. But I also just think that I struggle to excuse the whole thing with Gibbs because Gibbs was a victim too. And that, but I also understand that was obviously Mark's manipulation and things like that. But with what she went through, I don't blame her, and to an extent as well. Yeah, like I said, I can't necessarily think, oh, it's completely fine what she did, but I completely understand it. So I'm going to put her there. Marie Lynch, I'm actually going to go with asshole. I think, yes, she was a victim too. She absolutely was. But she didn't do anything to help the kids at all. I understand there's the risk of like trying to escape and those things. I completely understand that. But then the other thing that really puts is what solidified it in this is the mental abuse that I think she puts Joey through. The way that she constantly belittles Joey and puts him down and makes him feel as if he is just as bad as Teddy when he has taken all of the responsibility, everything in that house, as well as Shannon. He is nothing like Teddy in the slightest, but she constantly belittles him. That's what puts her an asshole. Mark Allen, special place reserved. And I actually think, to be honest, you shouldn't even compare Mark and Teddy because they're both horrendous people. But the detail that we get in Mark Allen in Releasing 10 and Taming 7, I think I hate him even more than Teddy, but it is a very close race. But just to do that to children, no. I struggle to even speak. AJ, I'm going to put it on I like you because we don't really have that much of AJ. He looks adorable. Absolutely. I mean, even just looking at that, adorable. But again, and I'm glad that it sort of brought Aoife and Joey back together and solidified their relationship, everything. I'm going to keep it with I like you because again, we just don't have enough of them. Alec, again, we're going to put I like you because we need more of them. But I know we're not going to get a Boys of BCS book. As much as I think a Boys of BCS book would actually be incredible, Alec, we don't get enough of him, but again, I love that he stuck with Aoife whenever Joey was going through all those struggles, so he's going into there. Mama Malloy, I'm going to go with I like you. I think she is could be verging on great, but I think she neglected Aoife a little far too much until the baby started coming. I think she preferred Kev too much and showed too much preferential treatment. I know Aoife was like, oh, I'm okay with that. I don't like how she did that. But I do think, again, I think she's strong for helping Aoife through all that. But then again, I think she also went too far onto the other side of things. There's things I like, but there's also things that I have to put her above Tony because Tony was with the affairs and everything. He has to go into there. So we're going to keep Tony and Maya and we're going to put Mama Malloy into I like you. Aoife, iconic. And I would honestly put slightly above Joey Lynch because she was so strong with staying with Joey through all of his struggles, and I think without her, Joey wouldn't be the man that he is. Aoife was his rock, was everything, stuck by him, helped the Lynch kids entirely, pulled Joey out of literally a drug den. Iconic, the way that she treated the Bella situation. Oh, why? When she was pregnant, Aoife, iconic, absolutely iconic. Bella, asshole. Can't quite put her in the special place, but again, asshole. The way that she was constantly trying to put pressure on Johnny, all of this, trying to make an absolute dick of him in front of everyone. Hate her. So I was so glad that Aoife did what she did and put her in her place at that point because she needed that. She needed to be knocked down a peg. And I did love some of the interactions with Gibsie with her, just calling her out as well. Absolutely. Casey, no, we're gonna go I like you because I like that Casey has been there for Aoife so much. She's always been there supportive. Whilst there's a few things, again, I think sort of getting into her head about Joey and all this sort of thing. But again, I completely understand because from an outside perspective, you're going to want to protect your friend, and some of the things that Joey was doing, you want to get your friend out of that and protect her. So I'm going to keep Casey in I like you. Claire, honestly, could be verging on iconic because I love her relationship with Gibbs. I love how the whole thing with all the pets and how just over the top they are together, and just they're iconic. The dancing, everything. Claire and Gibsie are such a perfect thing, and they've been together from friends. They just can be themselves together. But again, I actually think what brings Claire's down is she doesn't have enough in the books. Like, she's already great, but if we had had more of her hockey, more of her story in that Taming 7 had so much potential and should have been so much more. And that's what annoys me, because Gibsie will and always will be my favourite character, and we didn't get enough. And there is not enough of Claire in that book either. Claire's story is it's not just as tragic as Gibsie, but there's so much tragedy in her story, and there's so much depth to her character that hasn't been explored. And I think, like, this whole sport thing, like, she is a phenomenal hockey player. Why don't we know more about that? So I think, Claire, we're going to go great. Darren, if I'm honest, Taming 7 is maybe putting him into I like you for me. I'm going to put him in Meh. because again, I think we need more of that side of Darren, because what he did with Gibsie at Cemetery, that nearly pushed him into I Like You for me. He escaped which you can't blame him for, with the trauma that he had at the foster, then having to be the trauma in that house. You can't blame him for leaving. However, leaving the kids behind is the problem. And then coming back in thinking that he knows better, he knows the whole situation when he wasn't there when Joey was. No. The situation with Aoife as well is what solidifies him as going lower. Whenever he literally tried to pay her and bribe her to go away and abort the baby. No, he's going in there. He is going in there. But that's the final ranking of all the characters. Let me know if you agree with me in the comments, because I know that this is a controversial topic, but hopefully I've done okay.